Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Oh my gosh, how was your week? Tell me everything. Just put it in the comments. I'm gonna reply to you, okay? But anyway, today I wanted to make a video to give you guys some self-care tips for creatives, okay? There's your general self-care, your everyday self-care, but then there's self-care that creatives need. And these are very important. I want you guys to pay attention, okay? I want you guys to pay attention. I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to discern what works for you, because what works for someone else doesn't mean that it'll work for you, okay? First and foremost, as a creative, I want to say what's most important is taking time for yourself. You need moments of alone time, like need them. They're literally essential, okay? If you don't have moments of alone time, that means you're consuming a whole lot of other people that has like everything else going on. Okay, we're literally creating our own world into a song, into a painting, into anything that we're creating, into some clothing. We're literally expressing ourselves through our creation. And so why it's so important to be alone and spend time alone, a lot of time alone in isolation, is because you need to know who you are. Okay, you don't want to get lost in everybody else, like your friends, your family, society, the rules, and this. We are rule breakers, okay? When you know yourself, you know your art. When you know yourself, you know your art, okay? And that's so important. And I want you guys to really hone in on that, okay? Being alone can be quite scary, for some people, because me, it ain't for me. Anyway, sorry. For some people, it's scary to be alone and to sit quiet and do things alone, and I get it. Those voices be loud, I get it. But I want you to have some courage. Have some courage with yourself to trust yourself enough to know that you'll handle anything that comes. Whether it's a bad thought, whether it's a bad emotion, whether it's a bad experience. Trust yourself enough to know that you got this. You can handle this. You have all the tools in your back pocket, and you know how to get and maneuver around things, okay? You have to know that within yourself. That's self-confidence, okay? Maybe it's not self-confidence, but yeah, you want to just make sure you have some alone time, okay? Two, I really want you guys to focus on having an outlet, okay? Outlets are very important. Moments of release, okay? Outlet, moments of release, and you know, it could be the same thing as doing art and also just releasing your energy, okay? As creative artists, we have a lot of pent up energy because holding a lot, you know. As we're creating one project, we're literally thinking about the next one and the next one and going back to the old one. And so, aside of all of the projects, you need a way to release energy, and that kind of helps you stay at one with yourself. And for me, it's writing. I'll just write for hours and hours and hours until my brain kind of just be like, okay, I think that's all the thoughts for today, or right now, you know, because thoughts never stop. But I make sure I put time aside for releasing every day. It's very important. I mean, maybe you don't have time every day, but maybe you want to do something once a week, twice a week, you know. Please don't do once a month. Please don't make it that long, okay? You need to release often, okay? There's a quote that says, you're living life when you die every day, okay? And you have to really abide by that. And not that you are literally out here yourself every day, but you're literally releasing the old version and accepting the new. Because every day is new, you know? Every day is new. Every day is a new, fresh. Every experience is new. Even if you had a bad morning, you know, the afternoon is here, the evening is here, and there's a whole bunch of new opportunity to take on, you know? So you have to always be able to release and let the old things in you die, okay? You want to make sure you do that, okay? So just to give you a few things to release, I would say maybe go do something that's just slightly different than what you usually do. So if you draw with pencil and paper, I would say go throw some paint at a canvas, you know. Or if you are a painter, and I would say take it back to the roots and go back with a pencil and paper, or simply just go stare at the sky. And so I will also say go do something fun, you know, go have fun, go laugh, go make some new experiences, you know. Those are always fun. Laughing is the medicine to the soul. So you want to make sure you are doing that often and well, okay? I also would like to say, like, movement, move your body. Like I said, running or going for walks and stuff, those are mental releases, and physical releases, but also dancing, moving your body, doing yoga. You know, you want to remove the energy that's stuck, and you want to move it to make it better, to do better, you know. And so I want you guys to just try that, okay? Another thing, protecting your energy is very important, okay? Protecting your energy is very important. You want to make sure you're not allowing too many people with limiting beliefs around. You want to make sure you are around people who fill your cup, who give you inspiration, make you full. Like, you know that feeling, that spark, and that overflowing and that rush of blood when you get a good idea. You don't want to be around people who killed the ideas before you are able to birth it. You know what I mean? You want to be around people that are like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You want to be around those type of people, okay? So that means you have to create boundaries. That means you also have to know yourself. You also have to pay attention to the people you choose to be around, okay? Sometimes it might be your best friend. Sometimes it might be your brother, your mother, your father, your sister. It don't matter who it is. I'm not saying cut the world off, but you want to make sure you are limiting your intake from people who are very low vibrational, okay? Or who just don't see your vision. You have to understand that if God gave you the vision, if God gave you the seed, you can't go and share it with somebody else who was not in a conference call with you. You feel me? That was a call between you and God said, listen, I got this idea I need you to do. And you like, I hear you. I got you, friend. I got you, fam. I got you. And then you like, yeah, I just got off the phone with God, and God said, I'm gonna do this, and this, and this. And somebody else will be like, no, you not. Vibe killer. Just. I want y'all to do that right now. Pay attention to your surrounding people, and I want you to take note. Take mental note, take physical note, whatever you need to do to know whether or not a person is for you, okay? If the person makes you feel ugh or ugh, you know, not in a way that, you know, people are challenging you. If you had a dream or an idea for something and someone shot it down, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Actually understanding that that's really something you wanted to do, cut it off. It ain't nothing to cut that off. Listen, please, it's good for yourself. It's good for your future self. Let's move on to the next thing. So the next one I would like to say is try new things, okay? Try new things, spark yourself. Like, you literally have to be your own inspiration. This is very important in self-care. You have to be your own inspiration and go do things that are very outside your box, to the point where, like, okay, I'm a writer, I'm a painter, I'm an artist, I can do hair, I'm a fashion girly, I'm all of the things, right? But poetry was very much new to me. The poetry community and stuff, going on stage, and very new energy, very new vibes, very new everything, okay? And it tested my limits in certain ways that I didn't know was capable until I was in the room, okay? And then you know, it's cool to be around other people who are also into the same things you're into. And so essentially, that's networking, you know? Go to an art show. Go, if you are used to doing realism art, go to an art show that has cartoon art or whatever else, something else, or photography or whatever. Explore the different lanes of art, okay? Do that. Because who's stopping you? You feel me? You should really date yourself. You should really go take yourself out to do things that excite you, whether that's the museum, whether that's the park, whatever it is. Spark your inner child, okay? That is super important. You have to pay attention to your inner child, okay? This is very important. Your inner child needs nurturing, and essentially dating yourself and trying new things is literally nurturing nurturing your inner child, because as a child, what did you do? Try everything. You tried everything. You wanted to see if you like puzzles, if you like books, if you like games, if you like whatever, toys. You know, you tried everything because you wanted to see what you liked and what you didn't like. And so as an adult, it's literally the same thing. You're relearning yourself, okay? And so I need you to go out and date yourself. If there's this farmer's market that's coming up and you've never been to one, but you always wanted to go to the farmer's market, go to the museum, go to the art show, go to the beach, go to the woods, go for a hike, go wherever your heart's desire, please. Wherever your heart is like, I really want to do that, do that. And in the midst of me giving you all these ideas, if I haven't listed one and you have one on your mind that I haven't listed, that's the exact one I'm talking about, okay? That's the exact one I'm talking about. The one that you're thinking about as I'm explaining this is the one I'm talking about. Go do that thing. What's stopping you? You can save money. If money's the problem, save it up. You know, there's things that you want in this life. You're going to go get it, okay? And I need you to have that mindset. I can go get it. I have the responsibility to go get it. And I'm the only person on this planet that's responsible for my happiness. So I'm going to go do that, okay? So I really want you guys to do that, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next one, it's kind of on the list of self-care. Self-care has a lot of different aspects to it, okay? And so this one is kind of like, in the case of scenario where you are in limbo. As an artist, we sit in limbo between having the idea and executing the idea, okay? We're in between having this idea and executing. I'm smiling because I'm literally in limbo about something I want to create. And it's really important that you don't get stuck there forever and that you act on it, okay? There's sometimes when you're in limbo, there's I don't know where to start, and then there's also the perfectionism of I need this, and this before I can do that, and then there's also fear, okay? Let's pay attention to which one of those are yours. Is it fear? Is it lack of materials, or not knowing where to start? Identify which one of those are yours, and then once you identify it, you can grab your arrow and shoot at it, okay? Shoot at it. If it's your fear, conquer it. Okay, easier said than done. I'm low-key addicted to going against my fears. I just feel like fake and poof, it's actually a mouse. That's the illusion of something big. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But I kind of like going against my fears. I like to prove to myself that I am stronger than my fears, and so I challenge you to go do that. Go chase after your fears. If it's fears, if it's lack of material, let me tell you something. God will never give you an idea for something that you don't have the materials for. You are created for a reason. Use what you have and make it work. Okay, make it work. You have something. Okay, and then the rest will come. Most things will come to you in due time, but you have to start you have to start the car for it to drive. Okay, do you hear me or do you hear me? You have to start the car before it drives. And if it's not up to your expectations, it's okay. Release the perfectionism, okay? That's the perfectionism I was talking about. You have to release the fact that it's not going to look like the same exact vision that you planned in your mind the first time. It's not going to look like that the first time. So you have to give yourself grace, okay? You have to be like, okay, this is just the first brick, all right? We're just placing down the first brick to lead up to what I see it as, okay? And that's the motivation to keep going, okay? And so period, that's what keeps you going until you can see the vision that you see in your mind's eye come to life in front of you and everything is exactly how you envisioned it. That's when you say, okay, we did it, we finally did it, okay? But in the meantime, you have to set a stone, a brick, and you have to build it up little by little, okay? Where do I start now? This is where I'm trying to go. Where can I start right now? Okay, pay attention to what you do got, okay? And also one last tip I want to give for creatives, for self-care. I want you guys to give yourself time to create art with no expectations, okay? Let it be bad. You're gonna make bad art. You're gonna make good art. That's the whole purpose of being an artist. You're gonna make all of that type of art. And so I just want you guys, the next time you want to paint but you don't have an idea and you're having like a block or something, just write until it starts to make sense. Just paint until it starts to make sense. Just draw until it starts to make sense. Just take pictures until it starts to make sense. I'm also a photographer, and so I'll go out and snap a bunch of pictures of whatever random I think that's pretty or whatever, and then by the end of the day when I go back to look at them, they all are cohesive in a way I just wasn't conscious of. Okay, you have to understand that as creatives, we are in our mind and we are in our physical at the same time. We are gathering our ideas. Our ideas are downloads, and you want to make sure that you allow those to come through just without the restrictions of what it need to look like, what it should look like, the rules and stuff. Like, why are you being so strict on your own artwork? You know, I understand we all want our art to look good at the end of the day, but also release control. Okay, so I do digital art. I sell digital art. This is my Instagram page. Go check it out if you want to print. But as a digital artist, I am in control. But when I'm painting is more of a release for me. But it's still good, okay? It's still good, but I allow the painting to paint me. Tell me what you want me to create. And it's like a conversation between me and my art rather than me trying to control the narrative. I have a version of art where I control it, and then there's a version of art that I allow control me. Okay, and I let the painting speak to me and tell me what it wants to be, and then other people get to tell me what they see and what they perceive from it, and that's even more beautiful to me. But I think there's a lot of joy in the fact that, you know, you can't control everything. Yes, release control, release restrictions of yourself, and let yourself be free. Out of all the things in this world, be free with your art. Be free with yourself. Be so free with your expression that it makes you uncomfortable, okay? Because that's what kids do. They do a lot of uncomfortable and cringy things, and sometimes you have to be a little cringe just to get back to your inner self, your inner child. You're at home with yourself, you know what I mean? So be cringy, be crazy, be wild, be loud, and do all the things that make you happy, okay? But yeah, I hope those few self-care tips helped you guys. But I have to do those to make sure I'm sane, to make sure I'm okay. And if I'm not creating art, I'm not okay. And so yeah, I just want to make sure you're okay. Now that I supplied you with the tools for those things, I can't wait to see you guys put those tools into action and be wise about it, because it's one thing to learn the knowledge, but it's another thing to use the knowledge and put it to work, okay? This is what we do in poetry. Have a conversation with yourself. Turn off the social media, turn off the TV, turn off the music, turn off everything, and just listen to your quietness, thought, and hear what your body is telling. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, you got some shit to sort through, but that's okay, because guess what? There's dark art too, and sometimes you gotta release that. You gotta release it. It's there for a reason. It's there to tell you something. Whether it's good or bad, your body is telling you what it needs, and only you can hear your body, only you can feel your body. And so you have to be honorable enough to honor your own body, your own mental, your own time, and know what's in your capacity, what you can take, what you can't take, what you want to allow and what you don't want to allow. So please respect yourself enough, love yourself enough. Heavy on the self-love, heavy on the self-respect, heavy on the self-confidence, okay? Because if the world is not with it, so what? You and God is, okay? Or whatever you believe in. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, subscribe to your girl. I really like interacting with you guys in the comments. So tell me what happened during your week. Tell me your favorite self-care thing that you want to try. You know, tell me something that resonated with during this video. I really need that, because I needed to make this video and I'm trying to figure out who I made this video for. So I would love if you guys comment that and let me know. Also, join the Discord. We share so many art ideas. We share poetry. We share pictures of the moon, the sky, trees, the leaves. We are very zenful. We are very funny, creative, and we watch anime. We do all the things, okay? So come join the Discord. Follow me on all my social platforms. And yes, I'll see you next week.